Hello, welcome in. Last time I streamed, we worked on this build and trying to learn perspective building, kind of like you can see the reference there. Oh, wrong reference. Well, this is the reference to what we're going to be building today, actually. So we're going to try a completely different method. I'm gonna try basically treating it like a painting. It's flat. So pull up what I'm going to be using as a reference for the first layer, I guess. Is just trying to, so I kind of did like blur, increase the contrast, I guess. Yeah. Hey Elizabeth, welcome in. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going to be going off of. So colors, I see I think the terracotta, this one would work pretty well. Do also maybe even this. But I think I'm going to try to stick to concretes for most of this stuff. So there's like a dark blue. Maybe we have a little bit of the light blue. Oh, and I think scale wise, I'm gonna try to go 2:1. So like the door is gonna be 2x4 instead of 1x2. And I'm hoping that at a distance it'll look fine, and I can do that. So then we do definitely have white. And then you can see in the original, there's a car there. We're gonna ignore the car. Yeah, I think those are our colors. So the bottom, very bottom. We're gonna go over here, just opposite this. Build up this, and if I was to say that door is 4 blocks tall, then the street is maybe 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then let's see, if I was to estimate width, I would say times 4, 32, is that right? So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I set this point? And then 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. just rough. I think it's probably a little longer, like proportion-wise, just that black area for the street. So we're gonna come out like 4 more blocks. And I think I realized that if I look at the original, that's part of the building too, not just the street. So, but yeah, on top of that, we have the lighter color here. Say this gets a little darker up here. And yeah, the reason I blurred it is like I think that's, you know, in art school I did that years ago. You kind of like blur your eyes to try to see like where's the light and dark spots. So I just kind of did that in Photoshop to kind of just figure out like what are the lights and the darks, and so yeah, that's why that's like that. I figured it'd be easier to show you what I'm doing instead of having you squint your eyes. So that window is a little shorter than the door, and if I said the door was 4, that should be 3. So yeah, I'm just going for color, like really light, dark color and scale. And actually these buildings are the same width, so I should be able to divide this by 3-ish. And we'll move it over a little, so if I could work on the other side of this, like I see. So that would be the height of the door, which is accurate. And there's like, and we'll have to, obviously these are blocks here, we'll have to do some like trap doors and slabs and stuff in front of them to kind of block off things, but that'll be a lot easier to do in this approach, I think. And that would be the roof. That kind of just goes across, and then we got the sky, which I might add some blue to that. I'm gonna say like that tall. So I'm gonna even So, still looking at this, I'm thinking that it's not, the proportions aren't quite right. It needs to be wider. I guess I could even position this, maybe. help if so what do I gotta do? Zoom out here. This is the silliest way to do this, but that width, and if I go down, I don't back up anymore, sideways. Okay, it's walking slow. So yeah, it's a little taller than it is. Just that's funny. So it needs to be wider still. So we're gonna just move. Which direction? This is the weirdest way to do this. Okay. If that's the... I think I moved back a little because I wasn't looking. That looks closer. Just really rough estimate there. I could actually measure the pixels of the image and then count how many blocks that would be if I divided by the scale, but oh, that block's already set. Like, why isn't that? Yeah, okay. I think this is making, like, more progress than I had in the previous video. Faster on this one image. Yeah. I mean, I could pull it up in Photoshop and see how big the image is, and then divide by however wide I want it, I guess. I could even like measure the width of the door and say that's if that many pixels is 2 blocks. I don't know. I'm gonna wing it and I'm gonna see how I do that, and if it looks bad and if I have my proportions way off, then I'll do that and go back and take the mathematical approach, but I feel like I'm always mathematical. In fact, I'm gonna so this is block -41. I'm gonna do a quick math on this because I don't know how wide I made it now. And then this is -82, so that's 41 blocks long if I'm doing that math right. So 41 divided by 3. Okay, I'm pulling up an actual code. 13.6, so yeah, thanks. I probably had that up there before I even had it done, and yeah, infinite sixes. So I'm gonna say this first one is 13. And what color do I need? Black would be a good, because there's like a drain there, I think. So I can't see black. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and so then the next one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'll just do that. 13, and that puts this drain right here. So that's kind of perfect. Negative 56. Oh wait, that's right. Is negative 70. Okay. So now these white parts aren't actually white. They would be... There's kind of a mix of... So we're just gonna... Is that terracotta? We're just gonna do this. Back with the, where are the dark spots? So, I mean, I kind of see that, and then I think the door, and we said that's 4 tall by 2, so we're just gonna put in the door like this. And there's this is lighter than that, but it's also like it's a smaller pitch. It's almost like I should put a button there or something. Oh, and news. The server that I'm building this on updated to 121.7. So we have payload now. After not only being on 121.1 forever. So I can actually use that in this build. Then this is going to be blue. And I think this door's all dark. And I don't know if I'm actually going to build this exactly like this. This is just kind of, I'm exploring to see. Yeah, in fact, I'll make that dark. And like I was saying, this, maybe I just need a button, so we're going to make that dark. You know, it's funny, I missed the window. Wait, the windows. Oh, this is the second story window. So I missed the lower story window here. And, I'm wondering if this is too much of that window. Well, we're just gonna continue here for a second and see. So, in theory, I have one block gap, and if the window's like this, that actually works out. Okay, so then there is a window is here. And maybe I should be adding gray into this, because those parts of these windows aren't, oh, Yeah, actually, because these doors have like a thing here. What's a good cream color? Actually, this terracotta right here, white terracotta. That's a better color for these tops, I think. Yeah, I'm excited for this update. I haven't gone exploring yet after the update. So yeah, and I am thinking I need a gray, and I just type gray. What's that? Yeah, that maybe cyan terracotta. Let's compare. Let's do. I'm gonna stick these here for now. In fact, I haven't even used the light blue. For the cyan terracotta to a concrete. This is definitely lighter, and I would say sitting next to the white. I feel like it would be this color. This is actually a little darker even, that corner. And I never use this either, but for some reason I'm seeing this right there along that window. In fact, even these are like, because of they're thin. They are black. I want to pull up the original. They are black gutters, but it's a thin line of black. So we could either cover, you know, do trapdoors on either side. Like, I'm just going to grab some just to kind of show what I'm thinking. Even though I'm not supposed to be working on the next layer yet. We could do... It does have to be survival friendly, but... Oops. That's probably a bad choice. I should do a block. What the... Oh, and I totally missed too. Dummy. There is where I want the trapdoor. But then we'd have to do the opposite. What am I? Purpose? There's black concrete somewhere that's not supposed to be right there. It's so hard to see. Like I said, wrong choice. So we could do that kind of thing, narrow that black, but that maybe not be narrow enough. So maybe a... Yeah, okay. So I swap it. I do the color I see, which would probably be closer to... So nether brick fences, maybe. And actually, I'm gonna turn on... This is a first of... Can you see the chat there? Does that look really bad? So instead of this, we do the shadow. Okay, I think it's because of the color. Do I mess with this? let's see if I can adjust this real quick. Did it just go away completely? What'd I do? But that didn't fix the color. Okay, sorry, I tried. I'll have to fix that later. Yeah. Anyway, so instead of black, maybe I do one of these darker. I don't know. I don't even know if this red terracotta is dark enough. It's something for the shadow. Yeah, it did refresh it. But I'll have to debug that on a, like, in between before the next stream. Thinking a red block that's darker than this is darker? Yes, it is. This might work. So if we put these here, we'll just do like that high for now, and then on another layer that's thinner than putting the trapdoors on the side and almost looks black. We don't have... Yeah, that is our darkest. Even the dark oak fence, I don't think. Like, even though they're pretty close. Yeah, this is lighter than that when you see them right next to each other. Walls are a little bit thicker than fences, but we do have... This is probably our darkest. Let's compare that to the fence. Yeah, that's definitely... There's some highlights. Looking at the original, I'm gonna see if I can pull up the original on my screen. There aren't a lot of highlights on that. But okay, we'll go back to this. Is there a wall? This maybe Blackstone. Yeah, Blackstone's definitely darker than. I think I like that better than trying to do the trapdoor technique to like... I don't know why was I even thinking of using the why was I thinking of using the pale oak trapdoors? Because there's not white there. Just make it lighter. It's like add a little white, but it's not transparent, so that doesn't make sense. Okay. Oh, and I should just use logs, because cheaper. Okay. Okay, we're working on layer 2. I'm not supposed to be doing that, but it does help, I guess, to figure out what color this needs to be. So this mangrove stripped. It's got to be stripped mangrove love. And I guess I'm just guessing that those are the same. I'm not looking at the image. But, okay. Like stepping back and looking at just that one, I think that looks pretty good. We're gonna take these again. And I need those upper windows. I almost see a blue. It's like a blue gray. We're gonna maybe but most of this is this stuff. So we're just gonna do what is that, red terracotta? What? Oh, because I did set instead of replace. These seem there. I don't know if that's a full block. I don't think it is. We're gonna adjust it with slabs on another layer. So then we have a window up here that goes about there. And let's say it looks like a kid's sketch cartoon right now, but hope is that with the other layers there'll be more detail. Okay, so then in the sky there's this that is definitely like a dark gray and a gray, so we're gonna, I think this a chimney, sorry, instead of the sky. That would be about here. And then we have I mean, it's almost in fact we're going to transition that a little bit. We're going to do maybe that. Over here. I feel like it's darker right at the edge. But I'm trying to decide, is it black? I think I'm gonna use this brown terracotta. Or is it black terracotta? What is it? It is black terracotta, but it looks... Okay. So then we have another one here, and this one I feel like is more black, and it is directly above this window. So And just from the perspective, we're not seeing the side of it. It's interesting. Yeah, like that one's, when you're seeing that side. So it's going to be interesting. And oh, I went too high. And this is where I see, in fact, I'm just going to see blue there. It's not that blue. But yeah, this, so I know the tunnel in the nether where this is going to be built is going to be longer than this. So I'm going to have to like copy this. So it's kind of interesting, like as you're traveling through, the perspective's going to change, but this stays flat. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think, do I build it more like straight on? And that's kind of why I started with this one for this technique, is because I'm like, well, you can, yeah, you can see it. It's the same thing over and over. So it'd be easy to build the same, stretch it across, and then as you're traveling through it, you get the different perspectives, but it's not like, actually, maybe we could do that. Maybe I could build this flat and then build like these light blocks behind somehow. Like if the dark color was in the front and these were sitting behind it on one side, and oh man, I think I'm gonna have to try that later, but I'm gonna try to just think of this as a painting right now. We're just making a painting. It's flat, and then okay, so this side is definitely darker to me than the other side of this gutter. Just slightly. I don't know. It does go down to there. So similar kind of I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Oops. My scroll wheel is like, I feel like it's going bad or something, because like sometimes I'm scrolling up and it goes the other way. Yeah, like there, it just jumped backwards for a second. I need to get a new one. I tried cleaning it, it doesn't do anything. like those doors are almost, yeah. Rip mouse. These doors look a lot closer together from this perspective, or maybe it's because they're the same color, it blurred that way. But we're gonna stick with that. So there's not a lot of blue. If you know of better, like, what? Maybe it's got to be lighter than this, but that's kind of darker, less saturated. Try not to use all solid color if I see a different color. I see, like, can't point it out on the image, but I see, like, it's like a lighter blue-gray, so kind of like this, but a little more saturated. Imagine use lapis black, but I might, maybe. Actually, I can get lapis, that's not a problem. Why do I have this? Ooh, the warped might be... It's kind of green, but... Yeah, prismarine changes color, though. Oh, ice. It's a little too light. I mean, if I just compare ice to this is the other colors. I think we're gonna do this and see what that looks like. Back up just a little bit. There is like this, in fact, to move that, and we're going to give there is, it's not that, which ones, I was using this. So I definitely see it's a little darker on this door. Did I have another, yeah, like this? That make a difference. See, it reads more purple to me, but I don't know. I'm thinking like glass layers, like black glass, those will help. Yeah. Okay. There's like a bright spot right here. In fact, it's brighter than that, I think. That was the color I was using for a lot of these bright spots, but maybe it's not bright enough. And yeah, like this. This corner is the bright spot of that window. Is there something in between, like gray and what's stone? Maybe. Which one do we think is darker? Oh, yeah, snow might be brighter. I don't think it melts. Snow layers probably would. Yeah, that's a good call. Like snow is the brighter color for the white parts. And then for the other colors, we'll like try white stained glass and black stained glass to get lights and darks, I guess. I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's try quartz. Yeah, this is kind of a good in-between gray and... because that's white concrete. Oops. I lost my quartz. So yeah, like, that would go good there, maybe even. And I think even instead of, oh, no. It's funny, white concrete looks gray compared to quartz and snow. And like, you go into a white concrete room though, you can't see anything, it looks so white. Black concrete is pure black, so maybe those, yeah, I probably need to replace those because that may be a little too black. It's perfect for this door, I think, actually. If I... just real quick. Was it deep slate tile? If I can spell. Yeah, that's 2. That actually looks darker. Or no, it's black terracotta. That's the one that looks slightly brown, but I say that's probably the better choice, and then we'll do some black stained glass maybe over another layer to adjust it. Okay, so of these, that other window looks... I think... here... no. It really is just copy and paste for me, because I'm not great with details. I'm like, yeah, that looks good enough, and then let's just do that everywhere and move on. Okay, this window I should definitely do different down here, though, because when I'm looking at it, I see a lot more black. But is it black? No, it is a dark gray. And then a light gray. Maybe. There's where the pale oak trap source would go. Right on that center of that. And then we kind of decided this was our slightly lighter gray. It's not our white. In fact, the sky is whiter than those windows in most spots. We're gonna replace this sky. That does bring in a little blue too, and so yeah, we can patch in some more blue. I don't know. What are we thinking? Yeah. I think it's not too bad for a start. And for and for the scale, right? Like it's at block scale, which is our background layer. Definitely, we're not going to get a lot more detail, but okay. And this one. It's interesting because I'm pretty sure all these, it must just be the way I blurred or something. Pretty sure all the windows are the same width, but this next window looks slightly wider than all the others to me. It's a painting, so let's see what it looks like. Let's see if that bugs me when I do that. Because I'm seeing that. And this gray, it's not quite the dark gray, but it is a little darker than that. Do I have a in between? Maybe we just do this. Pick blocks easier than scroll wheel. Yeah, you're right. It does, like the top windows also look spaced out a little further. I'm not sure if that's just the perspective or what, but then so that does put this you know, it doesn't really bug me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna make this one wider. Yeah, I just realized we didn't go back. This window definitely that. And the same here probably. I did black here, but or is that's not it? That is the black terracotta. That's funny. I'm trying to avoid using actual bricks. It's a brick building. I'm not going to build it out of bricks. So wait, that's that window. This is the door. And then gonna figure out this window. But so yeah, under this window is light. Then it's like this, kind of darker. That's not the color I want. How did I end up on that? And gotta like, I feel like this is the dark blue. Yeah, I didn't like that. Maybe I just take advantage of shadow on this one. just realized this upper window also looks, on this last house, looks kind of offset to that side of this window. They all are kind of, the upper windows all look to, like, that. Words. The upper windows do look a little smaller than the main story windows in this image, but this one actually looks like it's off to the side. I think these look more centered in the reference. But I think going with this there. Oh, I didn't do this one. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Everything's up to interpretation. We're gonna do that. Actually, okay. Oh wait, not done. There's the chimney there. But yeah, it looks like a little kid painting still. Is that about? I feel like it's directly above this door. And again, we could be actually taking measurements and pixels and stuff, but I kind of wanted to just try. It's been a long time since I've actually done some kind of art. Yeah, looking at it from an artist's perspective, I guess. So that's what I wanted to try to do here. Still, what's the word? Training my brain to stop looking at things literally. Okay, if I squint now, if I'm squint at my screen, look at the concrete blocks, terracotta blocks we placed, and then look at the blurred image, it's not too bad. Like, I get that same, like, yeah, that's... Yeah, actually, after squinting at it and then looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, I see this. I see it. Let's, you know, maybe another hour, we'll work on the next layer. I don't know. And, in fact, we already started the next layer a little bit. Let's use some of these walls, and let's just add, like, even sticking with our blurred image, let's add some of the details that we think we see here. And then I do have a kind of in-between blurred image, so it has a little bit more detail that we can maybe work off of that later. Interesting, just from the perspective, like, So yeah, so just walking through this, I think you'll see stuff, because from here, that wall looks way bigger than these two. And so yeah, you'll see other, and yeah, you don't even see this row of blocks. So depending on where we stand, how far back I have to build this from. And I think this distance might be about perfect. If I build it at this distance from where you're actually traveling, you know, another tunnel, then I could see that being a Minecraft door height, you know? And it doesn't bug me too much that this perspective of the chimneys is vastly different, but I think in the future I'm gonna try. I have some ideas on how to manipulate that a little bit, so when you're coming from one direction, you see the shadow on this side and then the light part on this side. God, it's got me excited about it. I want to try it now. We're gonna go somewhere else a little bit, just to, well, maybe not. We'll just do it right here. Just to say that's our shadow color and this is our thing. So so if we build this out like here, and that's our like front facing perspective of the chimney, and then we did like that's the shadow. And then we'd have to use like trapdoors or something to really what's something great like I mean, even this might be enough to, you know, to lighten that up enough to where from one perspective, as you're traveling this way, I guess I'm a little close, traveling this way, you see that chimney with dark. I think I need to get rid of this for a second. Just to make that really. So yeah. Over here. Oh, yeah, you can see that. It's not covered by the double checking. And then you come, if you look on it straight on, you don't see that, and then over from this side. Yeah. This does look a little lighter. I think I'd need to maybe straight on that doesn't do much, but from this side, yeah, that definitely makes it look lighter. So yeah, the part that I'm wondering how well I'm going to be doing is, because that works for just this chimney, I'm going to do that for all this. How do I, like, I'm going to have lots of different layers, and at some points you might see blocks. I don't know. Yeah, working that out's going to be tough. So I'm going to leave, I think I'm going to leave that there, or maybe I'll just let's see, we'll just copy it. Should we just copy the whole thing? Yeah. We're just gonna copy this whole thing and work on a go away here. Paste. Okay. And then we're gonna still pretend this is a flat painting for now. Okay, who remembers what did I have here? It's like I should just be able to rebuild it. It's like this, and then this was brown or black terracotta. I keep calling it brown terracotta because it's slightly brown. Okay, that looks kind of like what I had. Okay, second layer of detail. Getting so. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of. I think some of those will help narrowing. So like these door kind of makes the door frames look a little lower than the window. Other little details you see, like I guess also these overhang the windows a little bit. Maybe there's, yeah, I need placeholder blocks. So like that. So yeah, this is where I'm like, well, now this, although that might, so those trapdoors kind of block the angle of the window from this perspective, but I guess if we were walking along the street and it was that way, the window is indented, so we kind of have that, right? The window sits in the wall a little bit, so we're gonna get a little bit of, the window's gonna look narrower from here, and then, so maybe that's not a bad idea. Yeah. Okay. I'm kind of applying the same thing to all of them right now, but I should probably look and see. Is that the right color for some of these? What did I do to this window? This window's not tall enough. Okay, doing the squint my eyes. Yeah, the straight on view definitely, I can see it. Is there something narrower than trapdoors? Not really, but I'm thinking narrower this way, not like a fence. Do it on this one. Like that doesn't actually, it like sits in the middle. But it doesn't, like from this perspective, it doesn't block the view as much, but it doesn't also bring the front on view in more. No. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're just gonna continue with what we're... Okay, just kind of looking, trying to see if there's other areas where I need to like shave off a few pixels of a block, yeah, I guess. So I feel like it'd be easier to do that closer to the wall. And then layer glass of light and dark a little bit in between. And yeah, based on like what we're saying, I feel like the fewer layers I have, the easier it's going to be able to sell, like, it walking through it. The more layers we have, the more we're going to see the layers, I guess. So the fewer layers we have, the better for this thing, but it's not going to be as detailed, I guess, as some of the, like, Bismuth who has the ones that I always see. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so freaking cool. And it looks like you change perspective. It's like, oh my gosh, this is just a random set of layers of blocks that you can't even tell that's what your original was if you're looking at it from the side. I think he's mastered that technique, and I'm just learning, just starting to learn. Oh yeah, we do need to be careful what we place up there, because some of the walls will connect. In fact, even on the next layer, it might have to give a gap. This makes me, because of how it frames the windows, it makes me want to put, like, actually frame them. Maybe you can, well, like, think where this is street level. Yeah, I think that'll help. Even though it's not like, oh, okay. Have a good evening. See you later. Okay, what other areas need slight pixel changes? This window, I feel like, sorry. So I'm looking at that gray, and I feel like it needs to be a little darker when I look at the reference. I went lighter because I thought it looked a little lighter than that one. And I still think it does look a little lighter than that one, but I think we're going to have to achieve that through some other method. Okay, yeah, so this is where I think I need to adjust some pixels. So the light pixels are much thinner than a block, so I don't know, maybe we do that, and then I don't know what I'm doing. This, and that would live. How do we do this? Do we just stick it in front of these? I need to find, like, this is the perspective point that I'm looking at this from, since it's supposed to be a painting. It's not bad. I actually think these should be on this side, though. I could do them on both sides, but that one definitely looked like it was... Oh man. This needs fence post, okay. Like, how do I do... This is in the center of the block. What am I looking for? This. So we're gonna... Because of that, I think I want to make this darker. And I think I'm going to make this darker too. Okay, so yeah, from this perspective, that fence post is in the wrong spot. But from here, it's fine. Trying to figure out how to resolve that. And I'm not sure there is a way. Yeah, like kind of like I was saying, if so the only way that I can is if I like the further away I build it, the more I can kind of force the perspective of that I want. All right, so from here, it's not as bad when I travel along this way. The shifting of blocks. But then that means I have to build it even bigger. And so, yeah, maybe this idea won't work in the survival world, but we're learning this technique and it's fun. So, mean, I'm liking this so far already, still, even though I'm like struggling to see how this will work in the survival build with the way I want, but okay, let's just continue working on our painting. Maybe it'll inspire a different idea of how to achieve this kind of thing, or the look that I want in another tunnel. Because actually, I'm gonna oops. So that's not centered, but it looks fairly centered here from this point of view. I should build a little dirt pillar. This is where I should be standing the whole time. I need to pick my viewpoint. Since this is a painting, Okay. Also thinking that I should something like that. Go back to my pillar. Yeah, interesting. This it's not quite right when I do it that way. So let's put it there. Let's see if that looks better. Yeah. Okay, let's try. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to put these here, and I'm gonna then put some kind of dark overhang over the top of them. Further out, basically. And I think the perspective will so right now they look like they're going over the top. But if I build out like those two look like with that, like that, and see if... Okay, you can definitely tell the edges of concrete. So maybe the black concrete in the back wasn't necessary. I don't know. I'll find out. Actually, I think it is. But that does look pretty good. Okay, it does mean that chimneys need to come up more. Or move forward more. So maybe we'll just use this. And I think this can actually go up under there. Yeah, I am liking this idea of taking this and doing what was it, oak? Fact. What do I see? Like a pixel. Almost looks like a pixel of black. Curious. Like it doesn't look. It didn't look quite. Yeah. Doesn't look quite straight. I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's just the block rendering the angle in. Okay, so this, I feel like, put in there. Thinking about light now. If I put, so I see a bright spot in the sky kind of right next to that chimney. Like the brightest point to me is like right here. So I'm thinking if I actually put a light here, powdered snow. What's that gonna do? Because I was noticing some shadow on that thing. I don't really notice it. Yeah, I guess I'm just noticing shadows against the sky, or would be the sky. It's the snow from the blocks, and I'm not sure. Maybe it means I have to build that back more, a little bit, so I don't know. I think I want to work on the door areas a little bit, because those don't have any detail yet. That's kind of one of the areas that needs it. So what things can I use, especially for the blue ones? I'm definitely feeling like a gray-ish color. Glass. We should just start looking at glass panes. We should use. Probably for the most part. So these, or maybe even blocks. Just so I can see those. Should have probably done different options just to see them from a distance. The white is a little too bright. I don't want to gray it out too much. So yeah, I'm wondering if maybe those aren't necessary. It's not too bad. Think up another layer and then it gets darker. Let's see. If these okay, gonna squint the eyes again, see how this tilts up again. And so I'll see about the, maybe I should just move this that's not what I wanted. Move this down. I have the original one still. Okay. That makes it easier for me to look at it straight on a little. And Yeah. I think that's okay. I think then I need to bring in some of this on this side. Maybe I don't want to go quite black. Not sure if I need to go over another block or half block. Yeah, just a little bit more, which, yeah, we don't have black trapdoors. That would be, I think, ideal. Maybe I just... What is regular? Like, this isn't actually transparent, so this isn't gonna... Yeah, just... It doesn't actually... Yeah, it looks bright. It doesn't look... It does add like blue lines, blue-gray lines there. I do need something to pull this over. You know, without the glass there, it doesn't, the black doesn't get pulled over, but I don't know. What can I put there? What color do I need? I need... I mean, I guess we could try more... more of these, or even... Would door work? But I need to place it on a block, don't I? What? And I can't put one there. That does bring it over. Let's just see what that looks like. I think that does do what we want. I don't think we can use the door. I think we have to use trapdoors. Because when I break that, that breaks. So... Dang it. Yeah. Okay. We're making progress. I think, it's like, what's going on? Had the wrong... key. key combinations. So yeah, I think... Oops. You know, it's not done yet. I think it's starting to come together with the glass. I can continue that technique on the other ones. I'll have to use different glass colors. The door on the left looks a little darker. There's a little combination of light and dark on the right. And then I can even apply some of the glass on the windows a little bit to kind of, I don't know, it's like almost diffuse the solid nature of the blocks. I don't know. But overall, I think this is looking a lot better than what I had done last time as far as learning the perspective building technique. This build behind me we did last stream, that was you know, I was building buildings and they were a little too 3D, and I wanted to try to let's just try to make a painting. I think for the actual survival build that I want to build, the technique behind me is going to be better, and I'm just going to have to do a lot of texturing and details, just because we don't have one fixed perspective in the survival world. So, but I think this is more fitting in the technique I wanted to try and mimic and learn. And I don't know that it's, you know, just because I can't stand here when I'm walking through. You know, I might be able to use it in parts of it, now that I think about it. Maybe I don't use it for the walls on the side when we're walking through the tunnel. Maybe I just use this technique for the wall behind the portal. Yeah, I like that idea. But I'm gonna think more about that. Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's been great hanging out with you. Gotta hear more of things. Don't want that on there anymore. We're gonna look at this one. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.